Well, Scorpio, the energy in this little fox den is phenomenal, can I just say before we get any further. These cards, as usual, I've cleansed the space, I've shuffled the cards, I've done a meditation, and I don't waste your time by filming all that. But honestly, oh my goodness, the cards have flown out. So I'm really excited to find out what is going to be in this reading for you, Scorpio. Before we go any further, welcome to Wild Fox Alchemy. My name is Maria Gaian, if we haven't met already. I am an intuitive business success coach. I am also an ecotherapist and soul healer. And I read the tarot. And I'm here to do your money and business reading for what is left of January. I do apologise for the lateness of these readings, but Christmas, it's a big deal here in Spain, and it did not end until the 7th of January. And I feel like my feet haven't touched the ground. So, I apologise for that, but, you know, there's still a lot of January left. So let's see what the cards have to say about it. Now, before we start, I ended up with two cards here. We've got Wasp Spirit and Turkey Spirit. Now, these were in reverse. So, I'm going to start with Turkey Spirit. And we're going to start with the protection message because it was in reverse and see what that's all about. It says, are you giving in order to receive in kind and keeping tally of how much you have given and what is owed you? This is not the way to experience abundance. When Turkey Spirit is in the protection position, it is a reminder to let go of any perception of scarcity or fear that if you give too much, you will not have enough for yourself. Use your spiritual practices to reconnect with Spirit and remember how it feels to embody abundance, and you will give as much as is needed right now. Know that whatever you need to fill your stores is coming to you right now. Love, prosperity, knowledge and assistance from allies who are everywhere and want you to be the abundance you seek. Turkey Spirit is here to tell you that everything evens out when you are aligned with the law of abundance as Spirit wants you to be. Abundance is yours. Okay. Spirit is just talking to me now about how sometimes we don't always get what we want. And Christmas probably is may have highlighted this. It could be that, you know, you really, really, really wanted something. That I was told about somebody recently whose husband or boyfriend, I think, had said to them, what would you like for Christmas? And the lady had said, there's this handbag, and oh my god, I am so in love with it. I would love this handbag. And bearing in mind this guy is loaded, and the handbag is around $200. And so she said, I would just love it. And this was within his means, without any sort of question. So Christmas comes around, they're all at the family house. He passes the lady an envelope and he said, there's your Christmas present. And she says, what the hell is this? And it is an NFT, a non-fungible token, for a piece of artwork that actually was offensive. But we'll not go into that bit. No handbag, just a piece of paper with details of this NFT. Wow. The woman is very upset. She did not get what she wanted. And personally, yes, I understand. I've received in the past a potato masher from my partner. A microwave. There was one year I bought him an Xbox to play games and some games on because he'd never had a games console in his entire life. So at the age of something like 25, I bought him one for Christmas, and my gift was a microwave. Now, it was a lovely microwave, don't get me wrong, but I didn't feel particularly cherished and loved and luxurious about it. Now, this is kind of saying really about giving with gratitude and grace, that we shouldn't give in the hopes of necessarily receiving something specific back, that we shouldn't be calculating about how we give. And it just interests me a little bit that, you know, this has come up in the financial section. And Spirit is saying to me that you need to focus more on the service and not on the money. I hope that makes sense. Again, I don't sugarcoat anything. What Spirit says is what I pass to you. And sometimes it can feel a little bit uncomfortable, okay? If you're feeling uncomfortable, there's something that you need to heal. There's some energy there that's a little bit off. So, you know, this is about looking at your inner self and healing anything that needs healing. If you are giving with this kind of calculated energy, then it kind of blocks our abundance. It blocks us receiving in return. So you need to be giving freely with gratitude and grace. Be grateful for what you have, even if it's a stupid NFT that you never really wanted. Honestly, I was just trying to say, why is there a lesson in this, Spirit? Why is there a lesson in this woman not getting what she wanted? Because quite clearly that her partner is clueless. And Spirit is saying, well, it showed her what kind of a man her partner is. That he did not put her, even though he knew what she wanted, he did not put her joy first. And therefore she now has the opportunity to get rid of him. And her life will be better. It's saved her a lot of heartache down the line. She needs to just dump him because he's clearly not the right guy for her. So those sorts of situations we can still be grateful for. If, you know, if it shines a light on somebody and their intentions or their personality or whatever, maybe it's a good thing. Right, this is such a confusing start. I'm going to go to Wasp Spirit now. Again, protection message. Are you holding on to anger, jealousy or resentment because you got stung? Or could you have just stung yourself by comparing yourself to others? There will always be someone else who is more successful, happier, thinner, richer, etc. Jealousy is the false belief that you can't have what you want, or someone could take away something that was supposed to be yours. Let it go and release all those feelings that are making the sting hurt long after the stinger has been removed. Wasp Spirit has woken you up, and now you are called to trust that disappointment can lead you to a different and better path. Align with Spirit now and trust that this too shall pass, and is already doing so, for the pain subsides when you stop telling the story of how much it hurt. Wow, Scorpio. Yeah, okay. I feel like there's a massive blockage in your finances, isn't there? There's something that is not going the way that you would like it to go, and it feels like I'm just knocking everything over. It's very foxy. And it feels like everyone else is getting what they want, and you aren't. And you're kind of sitting there beating yourself up. You know, sometimes, I don't know whether you've ever seen this, but sometimes when a wasp is injured, he will try and sting himself, he will try and end it. And they'll go into all sorts of weird contortions trying to sting themselves so that they actually just put themselves out of their own misery. I'm being shown that. I'm being shown the fact that it's not somebody else that is actually stinging you here. That there's something going on, Scorpio. There's a lot of deep feelings and thoughts around money going on with you at the moment. There's some bitterness, there's some upset, there's some jealousy, there's some, not rage necessarily, but some frustration that other people seem to be doing well, and you feel like you're doing all the same things and you're giving all this stuff out and not getting anything back in return. And again, that's tied in with this Turkey Spirit about you're giving and giving and giving in the hope that something big will happen for you and you'll get something in return. This kind of calculating expectation, entitlement almost, is blocking. It's actually blocking. It's blocking you. You have to learn to be happy for other people and their achievements. Spirit is just saying to me now that somebody out there is trying to replicate the success of another person by replicating their business model. And that is actually why it's not working. Now, I'm not talking about you stealing somebody's business model or anything like that. I'm talking about you replicating it. And quite often, when we buy courses from people that are in online business or whatever, and they'll do, this is a course on how to create a course, or a course on how to write a book, or a course on whatever. And we find that it doesn't work. And the reason that it doesn't work is because they are trying to get you to replicate what worked for them. But you are not them and they are not you. Okay? What you need to do is, yes, replicate their success by all means. But you don't have to do it the way that they've done it. I'm being told that maybe you've spent money expecting that you will have success at the end of it, as if they're going to wave a magic wand and give you the code to create your success, and maybe it's just not working. So you're sitting there seeing all these other people, maybe there's other people on this program or course or whatever that you're seeing succeed, and you're thinking, but they're all succeeding and yet I'm not. Well, maybe that's because you have something special to offer and you're not offering it because you're so busy thinking that other people have got the answers for you. You need to look within. If somebody's triggering you and you're seeing their posts, or you're seeing their business, or they're having a cup of tea and telling you how they've just done 20 grand this month or whatever, and you're thinking, oh God, why her? She's this, that and the other, and I'm so much better and yet I don't get anywhere. Try and dig deep into why. What is it? I've personally been triggered by people in the past, and the way that I cured myself of that is, instead of getting frustrated and upset and why her and not me, which is human nature. I mean, we're all human. We all have our shadow side. We all have our ego. We all get that feeling of why are they succeeding and I'm not? Well, they don't carry the same wounds that I do and that you do. They don't have the same family circumstances that you and I do. They've not lived the same life that you and I have. That's not to say they've not, they've just lived a charmed life, because I don't believe that either. Until you've walked in somebody else's shoes, you don't know what they've gone through. But people are affected differently by different things. So we can't just look at them and feel, ugh. What I decided to do was, every time I felt triggered by somebody, I would say to myself, if she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. And now, instead of feeling, oh, why is she getting 10k a month and I'm sitting here and I don't make the right sort of money, and I'm not getting thousands of people on all my courses, and I'm not getting this massive success, and oh, she's just bought her dream house and I'm still way away from mine. Now I just go, if she can do it, I can do it. If she can do it, I can do it. And it's worked wonders for me, absolute wonders. So Spirit is just saying to you now, give without expectation. Carry on your business without expectation. Serve people without the expectation that you're going to win $1 million tomorrow from a bunch of clients. Just keep moving forward and let go of any sort of jealousy, frustration, envy, triggers, of somebody else being successful and you not. Holding on to things that you don't need to hold on to. And don't be beating yourself up thinking that you're not good enough, or that you're not fast enough, or that you don't do enough. Comparisonitis is terrible. And quite often we compare ourselves to people that are further along in their journey than we are. There's no point, if you're only a couple of years into your business, comparing yourself to somebody who's 10 years into it, because you haven't got that experience or knowledge or network or community or connection or whatever that they've got. So just let it all go. Let it all go. Thank you, Spirit. That's a real cool message. So money-wise, where you need to focus your energy, we've got love. Choice and trust, the Lover's card. I've not had this card for a while. This is all about being in alignment. Choosing what you want to believe, making choices that fit with your values. And trusting in the decisions that you make. Now, it could be that if you're not sure what decisions to make, that you trust what guidance Spirit brings you, what opportunities, what signs that Spirit brings to you. But I feel like the word here is definitely love. Spirit is saying to me, in line with all of this, which is a little bit icky, let's be honest, it's uncomfortable. We've probably not enjoyed talking about the kind of things that we feel sometimes when we see other people succeed, and the fact that, maybe we're not giving freely, that maybe we're giving in expectation and feelings of entitlement or whatever. Spirit is saying the key to all of this is love, and it's about choosing to love yourself and to love other people, to connect, to do things that we're passionate about, to make sure that the decisions that we make are in alignment with who we are as a person, and not because some guru said it. Just to go back to this, buying a course or whatever, and then realising that it's not really working for you even though you spent the money. It's not the course's fault, it's not the guru's fault, it's just that it's not going to work for you. You're different than them. So it's just about loving it anyway, loving them anyway, loving yourself, loving everybody anyway. Making choices and trusting that the path will appear to you to show you the right way to go. Your strengths. We've got the Strength card. Courage and endurance. Courage and endurance. This is a lovely card. This is about your inner strength. It's about you having patience. The patience to keep moving forward. I don't believe in failure, Scorpio. I don't. I believe that the only failure in life is actually just giving up and doing nothing. That if you put one foot in front of the other every single day, something will happen. Something will happen. And I speak as somebody who's lost a business before because of mental health issues. I lost my business. It felt like the biggest disaster in the world, and I looked at it as being a total failure. What I learned afterwards is that there were lessons I needed to learn. That the way that I was doing things, it wasn't sustainable. There were big lessons I needed to learn. And that in order to come over here to where I am now and start the business of my dreams, I needed to learn those lessons. Otherwise, I would have come out here and done exactly the same stupid things again, made the same idiotic decisions. So, don't look at the situation that you're in at the moment as being any sort of failure. Don't be beating yourself up about things. I want you to have the patience. I want you to understand that you have the willpower and inner strength to keep moving forward. I feel very much financially like you are struggling, Scorpio. I feel like you're looking at other people and thinking, they're all doing so much better than me. What is their bloody secret? And actually, the secret is consistency, putting one foot in front of the other. Not necessarily listening to what other people say, but doing what is right for you. Practicing self-love. Making choices that are in alignment with who you are, and trusting that the path will open. That's what I keep being told. Keep moving along the path. Keep going. Keep going. You're a determined sort of person, Scorpio. You're not the sort of person that gives up easily. You're quite a determined, stubborn sort of person. That is your strength, that you are stubborn, that you will not give up. Despite all these icky kind of feelings that you're experiencing at the moment. Just let these go and let love in. Okay? We get to weaknesses, obstacles, warnings, things that might get in your way. And we have the shaman, divine wisdom and spiritual power. Oh, this card comes out a lot in this position. And I feel like it's because we are scared. We fear our own spiritual power. What is that quote from Marianne Williamson that, that we are actually scared of fulfilling our full potential of who we would be if we just went out there and went for it. I can't remember the exact wording of the quote, but it's a beautiful quote. If I can find it, I'll stick it in the description below. It's very well known. I'm sure you know it. This is you having all this divine wisdom, spiritual power, this knowledge that you have that you could teach other people. And as I said, most of my clients are wounded healers, okay? My clients are people who have been through hell. And they are the people that, instead of laying down and going, well, you know, my life's been terrible, poor me, I can't, you know, there's nothing I can do, I'm just going to sit here in my victimhood. My clients are people who say, I have suffered, and I do not want anyone else to suffer the way that I have suffered. I want other people to know that there is a way out of the suffering. I want other people to know that they can be healed. I want other people to know that there are opportunities awaiting them if only they can let go of the trauma. Or I want to start a project that helps people that are struggling. I want to run a business that is able to support my local domestic abuse shelter. Or I want to start a business that provides food for food banks. My clients tend to be these wounded healers who are absolutely packed with compassion for others, and they are drawn to doing good things for other people, for making life better for other people. And so this card, I feel, it comes up in this position a lot for my clients because these women do not realize how powerful they are. Their inner power, their inner wisdom, the teachings, the knowledge that they have. It's terrifying how powerful that is to them, and sometimes they suppress it. The nature of people who have been abused in domestic abuse situations or childhood abuse situations is that we tend not to trust our own intuition. We tend not to want to speak up. We've learned to be invisible. We've learned to fear standing up for ourselves. We've learned that drawing attention to ourselves can be a very bad thing, okay? So we can often suppress this spiritual power and teaching that we carry inside of us. We can often say, I can't do this, I can't stand up and speak. So we have all this compassion, all this love, all this massive mission inside of us to turn our pain into some sort of positivity for somebody else, and then we shut it down because we go, but in order to do this, I'm going to have to be seen. In order to do this, I'm going to have to tell my story. In order to do this, people are going to notice. I'm going to have to tell some stories that are uncomfortable, that are painful for me, that might be painful for other people to hear, that are uncomfortable, that other people might shout down. So we start to play small, and we start to hide our inner shaman away. This is your warning here. It's an obstacle. Don't hide away. Be loud and proud and true to who you are. Scorpio, this reading so far, we have 3 major arcana cards. 3 out of 3 here. This is a big deal. Alright, this is not just some frivolous reading that I'm giving you here. This is a big deal. This is time. The planet is in crisis. People are in crisis. If you have a mission to heal wounded souls, or to provide for people, or to nurture people, or to help people escape from situations that are just abominable, hiding away is not going to fulfill that mission, is it? And then you're going to end up feeling unhappy. You're going to feel depressed because you're not fulfilling your true soul's purpose. So you have to follow the energy in this card. So you have to have the courage to let this spiritual power out. This spiritual power, this knowledge, this divine wisdom, this teaching that you have inside of you, this compassion, this love, this strength. I mean, this is just... I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it, Scorpio. It's time for you to let it all out. The 10 of Feathers now is the outcome. I almost feel like crying, to be honest. This is about your recovery and transformation. As I said, my clients tend to be wounded healers. And often what I find is by focusing on healing others, by contributing to the healing of others, you can facilitate your own recovery, because it helps to build your confidence. It helps to build your self-esteem. It starts to give almost a purpose to the pain that you've been through. It stops it feeling like it was a complete waste. I know it's infuriating. As a child abuse survivor myself, I know that quite often I think, you know, when people say to me, everything happens for a reason, and I think, bullshit, it does. I went through what I went through. For what reason? For what bloody reason? There isn't a reason to go through it, and I don't think everything happens for a reason. That's not really my belief. But what I do believe is that we can turn our circumstances into something, that we can either lay down and feel sad about it, or we can put it to use. We can turn pain into positivity. And I feel this is what this card is about. This is about you suffering a betrayal. The Ten of Feathers can be about betrayal. It can be about escaping that betrayal, that painful ending, that withdrawing yourself from a domestic abuse situation, or, you know, leaving home after a childhood abuse situation, or just laying something to rest, some sort of rejection, abandonment, criticism, whatever it is, and it actually helping you to facilitate your own recovery as well as everybody else's. Okay, so financially, this is saying stop looking at what everybody else is doing. Stop looking at what everybody else is doing. Stop looking at it from the perspective of, if I do this, I'll get that. And just focus on the service. Focus on the service. Do not give up. Put one foot in front of the other. And just let your inner shaman rip, lady, seriously. Because by doing that, by sharing your story, by sharing your wisdom, by helping other people, your recovery and transformation will occur. Now, this doesn't feel particularly financial, does it? But then sometimes Spirit has a message and they just give it. So I'm going to just pull a card and just say, really, and just ask, what is the financial side of this? And we've got the Four of Pentacles there, which is about you organising and budgeting and really kind of taking control of your money and your possessions. It's also about power. It can be about financial power. And I feel like the majority of my clients, again, it's about power. It is about power. Because money is power. It's not about, for many of the people that I work with, it's not about making oodles of money to go out and buy designer bags and shoes. It's usually about making loads of money so that they can support the local food bank, or give grants to people that are escaping an abusive situation, or providing clothes for kids that don't have anything, or, you know, just something really altruistic. And I'm going to say now, just as a proviso, and Spirit is agreeing, it's okay to have nice things. You know, it's fine to have nice things. Don't give everything away and then have nothing yourself. I did that once before and it ended in total disaster. I gave and I gave and I gave, had a mental breakdown, lost everything. That's not really what we're talking about here. We're talking about how by building your finances, by budgeting, by organising what you've got, by taking control of your finances, then there will be money for you to give without expectation. Okay. I then got the Temperance card. And I feel, again, this is about healing. It's about balance and harmony and healing, this card. There's definitely a message here about you needing to heal. And I feel like it's tied, well, it's tied with this Ten of Feathers about this recovery and transformation, that by bringing balance into your own life, by bringing harmony into your own life, by letting go of all this negativity and trusting the universe and just putting one foot in front of the other, then this balance and harmony and healing will occur for you. And then I've got Hangman. I mean, oh my God. The Hangman is about taking a step back, letting go, taking pause, seeing things from a new perspective. It's about patience again. So what I feel this is saying to you, Scorpio, is that the money is going to follow, but the healing needs to be done. You need to go all out. You need to know what it is that you're doing, why you're doing it, and who you're doing it for. You need to let go of trying to get outsiders to help you to build it and then feeling upset when you don't get the desired results that they're suggesting, because you aren't them and they aren't you. And your clients may well be people that their tactics and techniques just don't work for, okay? And just letting go of watching other people and thinking, well, if I had £1,000,000, I would do this, this and this. Go out and release your divine power and wisdom, and you will have the means to go and do what it is that you feel that you are driven to do. But this as a financial reading is not saying to me that you're going to get loads and loads of money straight away. It's not about that. I think it's coming, and what you do is of massive value, okay? But you have to be courageous and trusting to make it happen, and let go of the negative energy, the ick that's kind of blocking where you're going. But I'm told again, just a warning, do not give so much that you have nothing left for you, okay? Take control of your budgeting, your possessions. Don't just let everything run riot and give everything away. Your business reading. Soul family, call in your tribe. You do not have to do it alone. What a great message, actually. Because in line with all this confusion over money and over your purpose and over how you give to the world and what you give to the world, I'm getting the sense that maybe you felt a bit isolated. That maybe, you know what you want to do. You know really what the end game is, but you're feeling a little bit alone. So this is from Rebecca's Work Your Light deck, and I feel like she's telling you, I feel like Spirit's telling you now, it's time for you to try and find other people. If you're struggling to make whatever it is happen that you want to happen, perhaps it is time to build a team around it. Maybe you need to talk to other people that have done it or are doing it or want to do it, and partner up. Because no man is an island. We can't do everything alone. And especially if you've got big dreams of making a massive impact on the planet, sitting at home trying to do it by yourself is unlikely to work. You need people. You need people to talk about what it is you're doing and share it. You need people to help you with various tasks so that you have time and energy to do the important things. Now, your soul family and your tribe, I don't really like that word tribe, but whatever. I feel like it's not just human people that you need to be calling in. I feel in line with this love and trust and choice that you need to be calling in support and strength from the spirit realm. And by that I mean either your ancestors, your guardian angels, soul tribe, the universe in general, spirit, people that are around you all the time, that, and believe me, they're around you all the time, that can support you. And all you need to do is just ask for help. Just ask them to come in and help you and support you and give you the signs and signals that you need to move forward. Where you need to focus your energy, we've got the Nine of Shells. This is the Wish card. It's a beautiful card. This is about satisfaction and contentment. It's about attainment of emotional goals. Emotional goals, things like happiness, okay? You need to focus your energy, and this is not about the money, okay? We've got gratitude again on this card. So again, I'm being pulled back to this. Are you sitting there going, why isn't it happening yet? Why are things not working for me? Why have I not got this money? Because it's not as if I want to do bad things with this money. I want to do great things with this money. I want to share it all over the place. So why is the universe just not piling it up for me so that I can go out and do good things with it? It's about being grateful for what you have, and I'm being drawn to tell you that it's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. This is a saying that comes up a lot in my readings, that sometimes we think that we need money in order to make money, that we need a lot of things, that we need physical things, you know? And we don't. Sometimes we just need to be resourceful. We just need to think outside the box. We need to be grateful for what we have, and we need to start where we are. Yes, down the line, maybe we'll be able to afford bigger and better things. But usually, there is a way for you to start without needing to have pots and pots of money. Even if it's working for somebody else, doing what it is that you want to do. Or sharing equipment, or sharing an office space, or starting to do something, you know, that is very cheap and cheerful, but that down the line you have aspirations to make it better. Just start. Just start. I do feel as well that there's a warning here to be careful, that what you're doing is not just about the money. In line with this, I just feel like there's somebody, and it may not resonate for you, but there's somebody that is kind of deep inside, and there's no judgment, as I said, we're all human, we all have our egos, we all have our tiny toddler that lives inside of us that has a tantrum, saying that all you want to do is good things, and that you are a good person, and that you should be able to have the things that you want to have, that you're giving all the time and nobody's giving back. I'm being drawn to just say it's not about that. That if you're only trying to help others because of the money, then that's not the right way to be. You should be there out of love and compassion. And the reason possibly that people are not drawn to you is maybe they think that's all it is, that it's all about the money for you and not actually about helping them at all. And I think that could be wrong, but it could just be the impression that you give. There's definitely a focus on this gratitude and doing things from a perspective of your happiness, not your bank balance. Positive strengths, the 5 of crystals, persistence and new possibilities. The 5s are usually about conflict, and for me they can be not about conflict with other people necessarily, but inner conflict. The 5 of crystals for me is always about this attitude of, are you going to have the mindset of abundance or the mindset of loss? Are you going to live in a state of lack, poverty, loss, isolation, stress and worry? Or are you going to live in a position of gratitude, of always looking for new opportunities, of trying to see the positive in things? And I'm not talking about toxic positivity before somebody starts saying, oh, you can't be like Pollyanna, that's just fake. That's not what I'm talking about. There is usually a good side to most things, and it's up to us to choose which perspective we look at, whether we look at the glass as being half full or half empty. This is a strength here, which says that you are actually open to looking at new possibilities, that you do have a good mindset. You can change your mindset and get rid of all this negativity. You are going to be able to see these new possibilities and to persist and to keep, again, persistence and endurance, very similar, putting one foot in front of the other over and over and over until you get where it is that you need to be. Possible obstacles, we've got the Knight of Acorns, action and drive. I don't like to see him in this position, to be honest, because he's a great card. He has fantastic energy, this Knight of Acorns. I love him. He is very sort of flirty, he's charming, he makes people feel good, he's quite inspirational, he's quite attractive, and he is just keen to make other people feel good. And he is driven to make other people feel good, and he takes action on that. He does what he needs to do to make people feel good. And yet there he is, in line with this shaman, in this blockage position where you want to make people feel good. I have no doubt of that. I don't think it is always about the money for you, and if it is, I think maybe you need to look at that. But I feel like you have a heart of gold. You want to do something positive. You need to take action on it. You know you do. You're driven. You've got this passion and purpose. But actually, it scares the big Jesus out of you, and you are blocking it. You're not taking action. You're not fulfilling your drive and your mission to do what it is you need to do to help heal other people, to help create a business that is transformational for the rest of the world. You are holding that back. So again, it's time for you now to stop, to just have the courage to move forward, to heal any old wounds, and to just move forward. It could be that you need somebody in your soul family who keeps you accountable. Maybe that's what you need. You need an accountability buddy who will encourage you to take the action and support you as you take the action, even though you're scared witless. They will help you to move forward, to do what makes you feel good and makes other people feel good at the same time. And finally, we've got the Six of Shells, sentiment and joy. This is your outcome. This is all about sentiment and joy. It's about finding people to work well together with. It's about making new memories sometimes. But it's mostly about harmony and cooperation. I feel that this is in line with this, that there are other people that perhaps you need to bring in to help you to do what you need to do. I think you need support, Scorpio, honestly. I think whether it's an accountability buddy or just a support group or a meditation practice where you connect with your spirit guides, I feel like there's a lot to be gained by inviting other people in. Not feeling jealous anymore and envious of other people's success, but actually going, if she can do it, I can do it, and maybe inviting them in to give you some help. I've got the moon as a clarifier for that. There's a lot going on under the surface with you, Scorpio, which is not unusual. You know that. That's you all over. But this is about you needing to shine a light now on your subconscious issues. All this icky energy, all this perhaps doubting, all this blocking your own power. You know, we've got more major arcana here. This is a big deal, Scorpio. This is not a frivolous reading. This is something that is going to be life-changing for you. And I feel like it's important that you follow the energy of the cards. It's important that you look within. And it's important that you fire yourself up to take the action that you need to take to actually show people what you're made of and what you're here to do, to get on with your mission and to join forces with other people to make it happen. It's about uncovering your fears and actually dealing with them. And the final card that I got, another major arcana there, it's the Sun card. Vitality, joy, achievement, enthusiasm, success, freedom, fun. I love this little guy. Look at him. He's stark naked. His arms are akimbo. His legs are akimbo. He doesn't care who's looking. The sun is shining. He's got sunflowers behind him. Everything is happy and wonderful and alive and bright. And that is what is there for you, Scorpio. If you can take the energy of these cards and work with it, if you can take the advice that is there for you. It's a cracking reading. I know it's there's discomfort here, but you know what? Sometimes we have to face things that we're not comfortable with, things that are blocking our energy, things that are not always happy, joy. And like I said, you know, I don't like sugarcoating these readings, because when Spirit has something to say to you, they have something to say to you. And they're not saying it to be mean. They're not saying it to be judgmental. They're not saying it because, you know, they don't think you're good enough. They think you are good enough. Spirit wants you to reach your full potential. Make no mistake about that. You were sent here for a reason. You were sent here onto this planet to do the things that you need to do, but then we all have this freedom of choice situation where we can choose to push ahead with the mission, or we can choose to let things railroad us and stop us and block us. And that's not what we need to do. I've just realised I said you were sent here for a reason. Yes, I believe you were sent here for a reason, but I don't believe that bad things happen to us for a reason. There's a slight difference. I think, we made a contract with Spirit to come to this planet to make an impact on the world. I don't think it was preordained that we would have to go through hell to get there. I think circumstances just happen, but it's what we choose to make of those circumstances after that matters, okay? Before, you stop thinking, I think it's all predestined. I don't think it is predestined. I think we do have a mission, and whatever happens to us in our lives shapes the mission as we go along. If you need any help with any of this, if you've got any questions, if you've got anything to say about this, please do comment. I answer all comments. I do hold them, so don't be put off if you make a comment and it doesn't appear straight away. I do hold them because I get a lot of spammers and scammers, and so I remove all them before I actually post the comments. I don't censor any genuine comments, by the way, so if you've got a criticism or you go, oh, go and kick rocks, that's fine, I'll still post it, because, constructive criticism is great. However, trolling, scamming and spamming, I can't be doing with it, so that is all deleted off and not shown to everybody. But if you do have questions, if you do have a query, if you do have something that is bothering you, please do ask in the comments. I will also say to you that this month I'm having a giveaway. I know it's a bit late now, but the closing date is the 31st of January. And I'm giving away an intuitive business success session worth $222.22. All you have to do to enter that giveaway is comment below with what is your biggest struggle in your business right now. Is it lack of clients? Is it the pandemic? Is it cash flow? Is it a fear of visibility? Is it a confidence issue, a sales issue? Whatever it is, let me know in the comments below, and you will be entered into the draw to win that intuitive business success session, which is a live 2-hour session with me where we will talk about your business. We will figure out where your blockages are and see how we can move past them. And hopefully at the end of the 2 hours you will have a plan. You will go away feeling a lot more clear, and you will have a plan for what you need to do next. So good luck with that, Scorpio. Have a great month, and I will see you again soon with love and magic always. This is Maria Gaian signing out.